Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to show you how to integrate Opessa's checkbox trigger into your product page on Shopify and track anyone who's abandoned cart and also track anyone who's completed a purchase. So in this video, let's integrate the checkbox triggers.
Hey guys, so now that the products are made and the Opessa pixel is set up, I want to show you how to add the checkbox trigger to each product page. So I'm going to show one example, and then on the other page I want to show another example for both products. So what I'm going to do is that same checkbox trigger that we made, I'm going to just edit a couple things. So I'm going to come back to the double opt-in, but first I want to just add the actual checkbox to the page. So what I need to do is copy and paste this first script here, and then go to my product page. And so inside the product page, I'm going to just back out really quick so we can start here. Inside the product page, you'll see in the description area at the top right, there's a Show HTML button. I'm going to click on that and then give myself some space and then copy and paste that script from the step number 2. This is the actual element that you see here, okay? And then what I want to do is I want to add this script here. This is what's going to let the checkbox button know, or the checkbox know when it's supposed to activate based on a button we click on the web page. So I'm going to copy and paste this just right underneath. So I'm going to just do 2 spaces just to separate the two visually so we can see what's going on. Then I'm going to save this and then click View. Okay, so now we see the checkbox is there. What I want to add now is I want to add some text above it, and then I need to add the class element for this checkbox, this add to cart button. So before I do that, I'm going to go back into the description area of the page. I'm going to return once and then add check the box below to get 20% off. So I want to incentivize the customer to purchase or to opt into the Facebook Messenger list, and this is one way I'm going to do it now. So I'm going to go into Show HTML after I type that in, and now I don't see the check the box below to get 20% off above the actual button. So I want to just go in there and then hit Control X, Command X on a Mac, and then just place that right above. Okay, and then I'm going to just bring this up so there's no space and save that. So now if I refresh this, I'll see check the box below to get 20% off. And now I'm giving the customers a reason to check that box and to join my messenger list. So now what I need to do is set up the activation button, which is going to be this add to cart. So I'm going to right click on the button as I'm hovering over it and hit inspect. And Google Chrome will automatically pull up that element for us. And so what I'm going to do is use the class. So we can use the ID, but for this Shopify instance, I want to use the class just because Shopify builds their product pages the same across the board, so it'll always be typically the same exact class, the class wording here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and see this the class name here, and then I'm going to mess with the CSS just to make sure it's the right element, and it looks like it is. So I'm going to just click inside of that, and then it'll automatically highlight everything, and then I'm going to copy that, and then inside of our Show HTML area, I'm going to go into right after this query selector, okay, and I'm going to add the class. So if you're using an ID, you're going to keep the hashtag. If you're using a class, you're just going to use the actual class, the entire element that we just copy and pasted. If you're using Shopify, do it exactly like this. If you're using another platform, it may vary based on how the class tags are formatted and stuff like that. So save that, and then I'm going to click View. I'm going to close this old one, and now I have the checkbox all set up, and now I can click Add to Cart, and it'll add me to the list. So before I do that, I want to just check the double opt-in page. Now, Facebook by default requires us to send a confirmation to a Facebook user to make sure they confirm that this Facebook page is going to send them messages like this. So we can customize the message here. This is just the default message. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase the end there, and then I'm going to say something like, please confirm that you would like to receive 20% off the product, let's say off awesome product number 1 from page name. I like to keep the page name just so people know exactly where it's coming from. I mean, they'll see it on Facebook, but it's always good just to have it in the message as well. So I'm going to click on the confirm button and then change the button title to something like yes, absolutely. And you are limited to 20 characters, so but you can be pretty creative with 20 characters. So I'm just going to do that for now. They subscribe to the database, hit finish, and then what I wanted to do is go into the sequence detail, and that'll be the first message they receive to confirm it. And I want to send them a second message, and that second message is going to be the discount code. So I've already added it here. Let me show you how I did that. So I click add content and then a message. Now I set the delay to immediate, no delay. So they'll see that message right away. I'm going to turn that on. And then in new message, I'm going to change the title of this to discount code 20%, just so I know what message that's for. And then I'm going to say awesome, and then add their name. You can add with those brackets right there, you can add their first name. Awesome, first name, and then I'm going to say, here is your discount code for 20% off. Use FB official. Enjoy. And then they can say something like, thanks so much. And then I can, so this is how you set up your quick replies. Let me show you really quick. You just click at this button right here, quick reply, and we can add another one just for fun. Seriously, you're amazing. Can you kind of use that funny way of typing? Oh, you're amazing. And we can go deeper. So like I can add another message. Aw shucks, you're sweet. So maybe go, you're sweet. Something like that. And I can add like an emoji like this. So that's how they can receive their discount code. And so here's a little caveat that you need to remember when you're building a sequence. If there's only this much content in your sequence, once they receive this message, which will show up in their Facebook messages immediately, all this content that's delivered, if there's only one message, the sequence is going to think that everything was successfully delivered and they're going to remove you from the sequence. Well, we don't want that, because in a future video, I'm going to show you how to set up a goal called completed checkout. And if you're out of the sequence, that goal won't work. Now we can test the checkbox here. So I'm going to go in here, I'm going to click add to cart. You'll see here I got a Facebook message from Chat Labs. It says, please confirm that you would like to receive 20% off awesome product number 1. Yes, absolutely. And it's like, awesome, first name, that's my name, Kelly. Here's your discount code for 20% off. Use Facebook official, enjoy. And then I could say, thank you so much. My pleasure. Aw, shucks, you're sweet. And that's how we can create an easy little sequence based on them adding to cart and then saving a couple bucks as well.
All right, guys, so that's it. So we successfully have integrated a checkbox trigger. In the next video, I want to show you how to track an abandoned cart.